How are y'all doing today? I have Mr. Popcorn Sutton with us here.
So
How are you doing?
it's a pleasure to be here, son. It's good to be here, son.
Very good, good. Now, Mr. Sutton, you've been living in the Appalachian Mountains for how long now?
Oh, son, it's been quite a few years now. I've been living here for quite some time. I've been around these parts, son. These mountains are my heart. These mountains are my home. I know these mountains like the back of my hand, like the back of your hand, son. I know them better than anybody around these parts. You can ask anybody around these parts about shine. You can ask about my mountains. They're the top two things in my life. I'd say
by shine, you mean moonshine?
Son, what else? I'm not talking about shine off stars. I ain't talking about shine off the sun. I'm talking about shine. That's what we're talking about today, ain't it?
No, not really.
Why am I here then? I'm talking about the shine. That's what I'm about. I'm about shine. The shine is in my blood. The shine is in me.
You were the oldest person that we could find, and you.
Sir, are you making fun of my age?
No, sir. No.
Okay, well let's get to business. Let's talk about. We're not talking about shine, are we?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Ask me questions. Ask me questions.
Right. What are some of the different things that you have seen while you've been living on the mountains?
Well, I've lived here quite some time, man. I think what I've seen the most about these mountains. We talk about the geography of the mountains, correct? The geography.
Yes.
Okay. I would have to say that. These mountains, the size, I would have to say these mountains, they have changed over the years. Going from, I would say, bigger just to smaller mountains. These mountains are dear to my heart, so I know when things change. I can see change in these mountains. And with these mountains, I would have to say that the size has gone down. And not just the mountain, what's on these mountains, what's on these rocks that I'm seeing. The rocks are different. It's like they're being transported in from somewhere. I do not know. That's why I drink the shine, get my mind off things. But these mountains that I'm seeing, it's like they're changing. They're getting smaller. They're shrinking, and that's due to a lot of different things. These developers come in building these big fancy homes. I'm fine with just sleeping outside in a tent now. I'm telling you that. But I would say the development of these mountains they've decreased in size. That's what I have to say about these mountains. What I've seen in my years since I am the oldest, as you did so kindly pointed out to me that I am old. I do know. How you think I got this fancy beard here, son? This beard is taking years to grow. Okay, now let's get back to business. Okay.
All right. So, what are the main differences that you have noticed?
The main differences of these mountains, I would have to say, after studying these mountains like I have for so many years and being in and out of them all the time, living in them, breathing in these mountains there, I would have to say that the size difference of these mountains, just the overall size of these mountains, the height, just the way they form, the way they are forming and continuing to form. I feel that they are losing their size due to what's that word? Erosion. Erosion. Yes, erosion. I feel like that they're just being slowly just disintegrating a little bit in some kind of way. And these developers, they're not helping. You bring these big houses, doing these big construction projects, they're not helping. They cut down their steel land, they cut down my shine. God! I'm sorry. It's something close to my heart. But yes, I would say the size is the biggest thing to me. Yes, sir. Yes.
So is the erosion just taking away like the rocks and stuff like that?
The rocks, yes, specifically the sedimentary. Sedimentary, yes. The sedimentary rocks, those are good for helping the base of the steel. That's what I like to use, and I feel like it condenses and keeps in the alcohol the best. Alcohol of this shine that I'm talking about here now. You know this shine I make the best in the world? That's right.
The steel is what you make the shine.
Steel is what I make shine in. Yes, sir. That's what I make shine in. And these sedimentary rocks, they help. I use those to pack it around to keep the steel feeling nice and firm and in a solid ground. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you said the mountains were getting smaller in size.
Yes, sir.
Because of erosion, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, please write that down and take this to somebody who can do something about it. Because I don't know. I just make the shine. The shine. You know the shine right here I'm holding. You want to use it, son?
No.
So now you may not drink, but it's I'm telling you, it goes straight through, down in the stomach, son. It burns you up, but son, it gets you going.
Mm-hmm.
Write down that too. They got my picture up somewhere. They got my picture somewhere in this thing you taking notes for, asking me questions.
No.
That's a shame. But son, I tell you what, it's been a pleasure. But my shine's calling. My steels are screaming at me. Looks like lights on a Christmas tree up there. You see up there? Yep. Well, I'm just imagining my mountains right now. So I think shine's getting to me, son. It's the best stuff around. But it's been a pleasure.
All right. Well, I'll let you go, Mr. Sutton.
It's a pleasure working with you. You come around, so you need some shine, you just holler, all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, boy.
Have a good one.